Well, that's a good start. Checked a couple of snares so far. We'll see what we've got here. Looks like a pretty simple event right here. He took and he twisted up a little bit, and he got real quick covered, and it's being bitterly cold, so he went out real quick. So let's see if I can get my camera set up here, and maybe the jaw. Perfect. I can take and set up my camera and see if I can make a quick set there. Use this coyote for a camera holder. Pretty simple setup here. I'm heading in today to get my fur buyer license. Pretty pumped about that. Nothing too crazy. One little guy to take and lift up his head, and away we go. Good start. Couple snares in, boom, coyote. I like it. Keep rolling. Coyotes are howling. I'm just setting up a new bait here. Well, I gotta finish up and let them come and visit. I've got a little surprise waiting for them. Yes, I do. Alright, pretty pumped here. I'm just gonna do a quick video. I'm going into a brand new bait spot here that I set up 2 days ago. And a lot of coyote activity there. I'm really excited about what I'm gonna find. Set a bunch of snares there. I don't know, like whatever it was, 16 snares or 18 snares. So yeah, gonna go see what's going on. One pays for all my expenses. 2 makes me money. And anything after that is just scratching me right where I itch. Here we go. Well, I've been waiting on this spot to catch a coyote in this snare all season. I liked it from day one I really did. But just for whatever reason, I haven't been able to get him. But today, we find him here. And I don't know what is going on. But the longer I leave my snares out, the more I see stuff like that. That is a scrubby coyote, straight down the back. I don't even think that's a $15 coyote. I don't consider myself the best fur grader in the world. Yeah, he's red, scrubby around the neck. He's big. And he definitely put up a struggle. It must have just, it caught him a little far back. That's how it goes. They're not all pretty and they're not all prize winners. Let's see, we got a couple more snares in here. Caught a big old dog right here this winter. When I say dog, I mean coyote. I got some roadkill bait that I did all my paperwork for with Fish and Wildlife. And over there is snare number 2. And I can't see it, and I don't really want to walk on that trail now. Everyday trapping, it doesn't always take and produce for you what you're looking for, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Well, every time I've come here so far, I've run out of film. And there's a set right there. I call it the Peter Pan set, where you can see that tree that's leaning, and if you look closely there's a blue ribbon hanging in the tree. Well, what happens is I've caught a coyote every time I've come, and that coyote does a Peter Pan right off of that ledge. Zing. Yeah. And this coyote right here, I don't know what happened, but I did just back there. I saw tracks where a coyote bounded off the hill. And there's more than one set of tracks here, so I don't know when it was that this guy got in here. But one thing is for certain, he put up a mighty struggle. He put up a mighty struggle. I'm just gonna walk right in here. That is a very nice, large, healthy critter. Very nice. All right, let's concentrate on this guy. What we're gonna do here is I'm gonna take and just snip this cable here. Put that back in my pocket. Boy, he has not been dead for too long. Well, I just walked into this set here and I'm pretty jacked because I got a couple kites. I love it. It's kind of tight going in here. But I'll see if I can do this without falling on my face. I can see one over there and one over here. Well, today, whoops, I didn't get him here, but that set right there has been a coyote every time. What happens is they jump off of that ledge right there, and I call it the Peter Pan set. With a degree of humor, I suppose. But caught one big old warrior here today, so we'll head off to the next set. And you can see by the terrain here in this little ravine, it's work carrying 35 plus pound coyotes out, but all in the name of some entertainment. Well, I had never had a set quite like this one before. You can see here, it's really steep. You can see the terrain here, and there's a kind of a winding diagonal path here that goes up. So I tried to take real good care on how I got to this spot here, and what I did was I noticed from down below that the terrain had changed. And so what ended up happening was there was a tree that kind of come from down there, an old one that come up over the path, and that's what I anchored that snare to, and I give it a bump. Here's another really interesting coyote catch, simply because of the fact that I always enjoy walking up and seeing an animal that has died quickly. This one here, I can just see by this snare here. I mean, I stepped on it over here, anchored back here. This is the cable right here, and he went over here and he laid down unconscious, and you can see like there's nothing tight here. When they lay down and they go unconscious, they go into a peaceful rest and unconsciousness and death. You know, this is not a torture method here. This is a humane standard in trapping today. You can see right there where his tracks came. His tracks there. There were some tracks over here. And he finished up right here. Walked right through here. Real nice. Pretty happy with that. Coyote number 4. And I got 2 real good sets here yet back here to check. And I'm off to my next bait. Yeah. Well, this here is a very nice looking late February coyote. Real gem. Real nice looking fur. Thick all through him. It's a big dog. Big dog. He's got himself tangled up. Let's see if I can kind of keep rolling here. And oh, he really got a hold of that cable there. Kind of an interesting day today. I took and went and did a new set and a brand new bait, and it looks really promising. And then went over to an existing site that I'm trapping. Caught one there. Got another one here. Big female looks like. Nope. Big male. Big male, really nice looking. Really nice looking coyote. Yeah, sometimes you take advantage of the natural terrain, and you know, that right there, it's a considerable obstacle where the coyote is walking down his trail. He knows that he keys in on that log. He has to get over that log. So just coming back on the trail here 3 feet, he's gonna have his third step on the ground already by the time he gets to the snare, but he's more distracted with looking at that log. And so yeah, this snare just got set here 2 days ago. Just kind of came across this trail. Sometimes what happens is you get a little bit complacent, and you end up in a situation where before you know it, you got a really nice spot there that presents itself, and I took advantage of coming across this spot. So yeah, pretty happy. Gotta get home, so I'm gonna have 5 coyotes to do today. 3 of them already got skinned yesterday, and now I'm gonna add 2 more to the list. Got my afternoon planned. Gonna cut a side of beef, and then I've got dinner plans with my wife. My midget son's got a hockey game at 8:45, and turns out I'll be able to take and use up all the minutes of this day that I have. Love it. Well, that's a good start there. I can see already by the belly on that coyote, it's got a really nice hide. I didn't catch him there. I really like that spot. I didn't try to do too much, and I don't see they came in, but they might have rejected there. But that's okay. That's a good start. Got a little snare right there in the trail. Well, we're nearing the end of the season, and I got 2 more baits to check tomorrow. But from what I can tell right here, that looks like a beauty gray coyote right there. And just maybe a half a mile away here, I can hear the coyotes howling. Caught 30 here at this bait this year. Love it. Let's have a look at this one here. Oh yeah, he's a dandy. And when I say that, I'm taking into consideration the fact that we've got the end of the season here, and they've already been running for a few days. That is a gorgeous coyote. Absolute beauty. Yup. Now what have we got going on here for a snare? Oh, he's got the whole shooting shebang wrapped up in him here. Let's see if I can. There it is. He coiled it around himself a couple times. And that is the snare right there. Taken. Cut that snare right there. Oh yeah, he's just a dandy. But I'm taking all the snares down today. Very nice. Very nice. Awesome. Well, we'll see what else I can find here. This is the second coyote. Wow. Wow. Not sure if my camera is doing this guy justice, but the color on that coyote is quite awesome. Very nice and light. He's gonna look real nice. Okay, he must have been able to reach that snare. Got him a little close together. And I had to do a double anchor on this one, so no biggie. Take and clean this up. And then we'll head up there. Of my corner here. This is where the action happens. Got my winch up there. Got a little skin and shelf kind of right there. It's pretty well it. Built another little shelf off of there. This is where I've got my anchors on the floor down there, and they also take and serve a nice little spot for me to hold my my fleshing beam in place when I'm pushing and leaning on that. Yeah. Then I got some loopies hanging here off of my other shelf. Just bring these down. Just little leg loops here to get them thawed. Works pretty good. Basically what I tried to do here is I tried to utilize a fairly small space. Like I'm basically conducting most of my work here in an area that is, well, including the door, I don't know, I guess it's maybe 12 feet by 12 feet, something like that. These are the tools that I'm going to take and use for fleshing. That's all I use. But yeah, it's basically like it's 12 feet by 12 feet, and I could, like, I'm counting the door here, coming in from the door. My shelf, most of my stretchers for my canines are all up there. And so yeah, I try to keep it compact. I always try to kind of keep my area a little neat. It's kind of gotten away from me a little bit. I put a little bit of floor dry down below bottom of that wall there, just because hanging coyotes, I just don't want any juice to take and get away and work its way underneath that wall there. That would be bad. Yeah, never coming out, right? So that was the idea there. And yeah, other than that, I got some LED lights there, fluorescence. Combination of lights. You can't get enough light. Seems like, especially when you're in your 40s like me, later 40s like me,